Chapter 1, Welcome to Your Prime Time. Hey, yeah, you. Sit down, have something to drink. Wine, water, hot chocolate, whatever nourishes your soul. Take a deep breath. Let's pause and take a look at where you are in life. Look at yourself. You've survived dial-up internet, shoulder pads, low-rise jeans, and questionable perms. You've endured years of chaos, family dramas, bad bosses, heartbreak, and a world that told you to sit back, wait your turn, and be patient. And somehow, here you are. You're still standing, still you, unapologetic. Let me say this loud and clear. You're too old for drama, life's too short for petty squabbles, passive-aggressive nonsense, and people who suck your energy like a cheap vacuum cleaner. You've lived long enough to know who deserves your time and who doesn't. You've learned the hard way that some people will never change, some arguments aren't worth it, and some nonsense is best ignored. And honey, ignoring nonsense, that's power, that's freedom. That's the ultimate middle finger to anyone who tries to steal your peace. But here's the other truth. You're too young for a rocking chair. Don't get me wrong, I love a comfy armchair as much as anyone, especially one where I can curl up with a blanket and a good book. But we're not ready to slow down just yet. Being too young for rocking chairs means you still have fire in your stomach, dreams to chase, adventures ahead, and mischief to get up to. You've got a long way to go, darling, and you're not done yet, not even close. This time, it's for us, just for us. No rules, no judgment, no expectations. Think of it as a mini retreat, a therapy session, and a pep talk all rolled into one. By the end, you'll feel lighter, stronger, maybe a little dangerous, and I mean that in the best way. Because let's face it, it's not just middle age, it's your prime. This is the time when all that wisdom, all that experience, all that audacity coalesce into something truly unstoppable. Let's be realistic for a second. Life didn't give you the easy path. You've been through heartbreak, career setbacks, health problems, family dramas, and moments when you wondered if you'd ever make it. But the point is, you overcame it. You survived the chaos, the tears, the disappointments, and the what now moments. And you didn't just survive, you grew, you evolved. You became someone who can see through the drama, spot nonsense a mile away, and still laugh at life's surprises. That's not just resilience, that's courage. And speaking of laughter, don't forget, middle age is hilarious if you let it be. Awkward dates, fashion choices you regret, texts you send that autocorrect ruins, misadventures trying new things, they're all golden moments. They're reminders that life is chaotic, ridiculous, and sometimes downright absurd. And you're the one laughing at it all, still standing, still fabulous, still very much alive. I want you to think of this hour as a gift you're giving yourself. No interruptions, no responsibilities to anyone else. Just a little while to sit with me, hear some truths, laugh, maybe cry a little and feel seen, because the world has a funny way of making women like us feel invisible. But we're not. We're loud, we're proud, we're experienced, and we're absolutely worthy of celebrating exactly who we are right here and now. I promise you this. When this hour is over, you'll leave with renewed clarity, a touch of courage, and a lot of laughter in your soul. You'll remember that being too old for drama is a superpower, and being too young for a rocking chair is a license to live bravely, without hang-ups and with joy. You'll welcome your second act with open arms and embrace it as the unstoppable force you are. So take another deep breath. Pour yourself that drink. If you like, put your feet up. This is your moment. You're here. You're present. And you're ready to face the rest of your life with the confidence, humor, and passion that only you could have forged. Welcome to your best moment, my friend. Let's do it. Chapter 2, Drama Detox. let's get straight to the point. Drama. That thing that creeps into your emails, messages, social media, your family, your work, and sometimes even your dreams. That nonsense that drains your energy, gives you a headache, and steals your life. It's everywhere. But you know what? You don't care anymore. Remember when you silently endured office problems or family chaos? Pretending not to notice sarcasm, ignoring passive-aggressive comments, tolerating the friend who only called when she needed something, and expecting the universe to reward you for your patience? Ha! Newsflash. Patience is overrated, and the universe doesn't owe you anything but you. You owe yourself everything. Here's a story. Imagine Karen. Yes, Karen. She texts you at 10 p.m. complaining about her boyfriend's fantasy football drama, her cat's emotional trauma, and how unfair life is. You could reply, right? You could spend 15 minutes writing the perfect, empathetic, and comforting response, but instead, nothing. Silence. A deep breath. Maybe a sip of wine. That's freedom. That's power. That's the sweet taste of regaining your energy. Drama thrives on attention. Your attention, your reaction. But here's the beauty of it. When you refuse to feed it, it starves. So what then? You're free to focus on what truly matters. Your goals, your joy, your health, your laughter. Boundaries aren't cruel, they save lives. They're your secret weapon against chaos. And let's be honest, part of detoxing from drama is laughing at it, because otherwise you'll cry. And frankly, crying in your 50s is different than crying in your 20s. In your 50s, it's more like, seriously, Karen? Again? Followed by a deep sigh and a laugh that's equal parts amused and exasperated. Here's another scenario. Imagine your cousin texting about another family argument during the holidays. Before, you would have responded, mediating, justifying, explaining, and apologizing. Now, you mentally shrug. You picture yourself sipping a cocktail on the beach while they argue, and you smile. Because you no longer have to worry. You no longer have to be the peacemaker, the problem solver, the emotional sponge. Now you're just yourself, and that's a beautiful and liberating place. Detoxing from drama also means being honest with yourself. Ask yourself, is it worth investing my time, energy, and happiness? The answer is usually no, and that's okay. There's no need to feel guilty. You've spent decades being responsible for other people's feelings, emotions, and problems. Now it's your turn. Another piece of advice: silence is your ally. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. Don't justify, don't give explanations, don't apologize for prioritizing your well-being. People will get over it or they won't. That's no longer your problem. And let's not forget, humor is essential. Laugh at the absurdity of the drama around you. Laugh at your past patience and all the times you put up with nonsense because society told you that good girls endure it. Laugh because now you know better. Laugh because now you have the power to choose peace over chaos. The ultimate goal of this chapter is simple: to detox your life from unnecessary drama. It's about reclaiming your energy, protecting your peace, and laughing at life's absurdities. Imagine starting each day with this mindset: I will not tolerate nonsense. I will prioritize joy. I will protect my energy like a fortress. And when you live like this, you'll notice something amazing. Life feels lighter, freer, and more fun. You're no longer a spectator of other people's chaos. You're the star of your own story. You control the narrative. You set the tone. You're your own drama-free queen. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand that drama isn't life. It's a distraction. And the best part, you're far too experienced, resourceful, and fabulous to waste another second on it. So this is your mantra for the future. I choose joy. I choose peace. I choose myself. Chapter 3, hormones, hot flashes, and mood. Okay, let's face it. Middle age does bring some quirks. Hormones for starters. Hot flashes that strike at the worst possible times. Hair that decides it's auditioning for a heavy metal band. Eyeliner that smudges despite your best efforts with YouTube tutorials. And somehow, your body has developed a whole sense of humor all its own. Let me tell you a story. Imagine you're in a Zoom meeting. You're professionally dressed, your hair and makeup are perfect. And then it happens, a heat wave. Suddenly, your face glows like a fire alarm. Your hair does things that physics can't explain. And your inner voice screams, "Why now? Why me?" But here's the secret, you laugh. Because really, what else can you do? Hormones can feel like a betrayal, but they're also a badge of survival. They say, you've lived, you've grown, and you're still here. And laughing at them is part of reclaiming your power. Humor is your shield, your superpower, your way of saying, I see you, hot flash, but you don't control me. And let's not forget the other fun side effects. The mood swings that can turn an ordinary Tuesday into a Shakespearean tragedy, or the tears that well up when we see a puppy adoption ad, or the inexplicable bursts of energy that make you redecorate the entire living room at 11 p.m. Hormones are weird, but the point is we survive them, and often with style. Let's talk about hair for a second. Frizz, flyaways, static that could set a small town on fire. Yep, all of this is real. Remember those times in your 20s when a bad hair day felt catastrophic? Now it's just a minor annoyance. You can smile, shrug, and move on because you have more important things to focus on. Your next adventure, your next laugh, or simply surviving life with your dignity intact. And while we're on the subject, let's talk about makeup. What a joy to have smudged eyeliner or lipstick that mysteriously disappears by lunchtime. At 20, that would have ruined your day. At 50, it's a funny little anecdote. Maybe you look like a raccoon for 10 minutes, maybe not. Either way, you're alive, radiant, and still fabulous. The point is this. Humor isn't just entertainment, it's resilience. When life throws these midlife quirks at you, the difference between surviving and thriving lies in how much you can laugh at it all. Laugh at your hot flashes, your hair, your eyeliner, your spontaneous tears, and your bursts of energy. Laugh at your past, your mistakes, and the chaos that comes with midlife. Laugh because every laugh is a reminder you're still standing, you're still vibrant, you're still here to reclaim your life. And let's not forget the beauty of self-compassion. You can complain, whine, and curse your hormones. You can roll your eyes at the universe, but you can also celebrate your body, your mind, and your resilience. These quirks are part of your story. Part of what makes you uniquely unstoppable. So the next time you get a hot flash in the middle of a meeting, a mood swing overwhelms your afternoon, or your hair decides it wants a life of its own, do this. Take a deep breath, add a little humor to the moment, and smile. That smile says, I've got this under control. Life doesn't scare me, and neither do you. This chapter isn't just about surviving hormones. It's about thriving despite them. It's about laughing, accepting, and owning your body and mind. Every breakout, every blemish, every quirk is a reminder. You've lived, you've grown, and you're still here, vibrant and capable of so much more. And one last thing, never underestimate the power of laughing at yourself. Because if you can laugh at your own chaos, your quirks, your midlife adventures, you can survive anything life throws your way. Hormones, hot flashes, mood swings, hair rebellion, bring it on. You're ready, You're hilarious and you're unstoppable. Chapter 4, The Art of Saying No. Let's talk about a small but powerful word, no. I know it sounds harsh, but believe me, it changes your life, especially at this stage where every moment, every ounce of energy, and every decision counts. For years, you've said yes to everyone, friends, family, bosses, colleagues, neighbors, even strangers on social media. And often, those yeses left you exhausted, overwhelmed, or resentful. You kept putting up with it, over-explaining and apologizing for things that weren't even your responsibility. That's over. Here's the secret. Every time you say no, you're saying yes to yourself. Yes to your peace, your sanity, your happiness, and your dreams. Saying no isn't rejection, it's self-respect. It's prioritizing your energy. And yes, it's liberating. Let's be realistic. Imagine a friend calling at midnight, panicking over something trivial. Before you would have responded immediately, offered solutions, and even rearranged your life to accommodate their crisis. Now, maybe you smile, imagine yourself sipping wine on the beach, and ignore them. That's power. That's freedom. That's saying, I matter too. Saying no can be hilarious sometimes. Imagine saying no to a ridiculous request from the PTA or a work obligation that could have been handled by someone else. You'll get looks, maybe even snorts, perhaps even a bit of passive aggression, but it's worth it. Your peace of mind is worth it. A pro tip, practice saying no to small things first. Decline that extra task you don't need, avoid the argument on social media, or say no to that third slice of cake unless it's chocolate. Then negotiate. These small no's build your confidence and pave the way for the bigger ones. And let's not forget the mental health benefits. No more guilt for saying no. No more exhaustion from trying to please others. No more living life on someone else's schedule. Every no is a way to reclaim your time, energy, and joy. Humor is also your ally. Laugh at all the times you said yes when you wanted to scream no. Laugh at how absurd it is that people expect you to go out of your way when they wouldn't lift a finger for you. Laugh because now you know more, and your life has room for the things that truly matter. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify it, explain it, or apologize. No is liberation, and liberation is beautiful. By the end of this chapter, I want you to accept no as your mantra. Say it when you need to, smile as you say it, and remember that every no is a yes to the life you truly deserve. Chapter 5, Reinvention Station. Middle age isn't the end, it's the definitive second act. And here's the exciting part. It's your act, your stage, your show. You're not just sitting back and relaxing, you're stepping into a spotlight you didn't even know you had. Reinventing yourself is about changing things up, breaking molds, and saying, no, this is my life now, and I'm running it my way. Think about all the things you've wanted to do but haven't. Maybe it's finally writing that novel you've dreamed of since the 80s, painting, learning to play an instrument, or starting a business. Maybe it's traveling alone to a place you've always wanted to visit or taking up a sport you thought you were too old for. Whatever it is, now is the perfect time. Why wait? You don't need anyone's permission anymore. Let me tell you a story. My friend Lisa, at 53, decided to become a yoga instructor. She'd never seriously touched a yoga mat before. Her first class was chaotic. People were doing the pretzel pose, and there she was, trying not to fall while demonstrating a simple stretch. But she laughed, persevered, and a few months later, she was teaching her own classes. Reinventing yourself isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, trying, failing, laughing, and trying again. The beauty of reinvention lies in the fact that it doesn't have to be a huge change. Sometimes it's as simple as changing your commute, signing up for a local painting class, or accepting things you previously refused. Other times, it's a radical shift, quitting a job, starting a business, moving to a new city, or changing careers entirely. Whatever you choose, remember that this stage of life is about freedom and choice. You have the wisdom to know what's worthwhile and the courage to pursue it. And here's the trick. Reinvention is fun and confusing. Be prepared to make mistakes, stumble, or even look ridiculous for a while. Embrace it, laugh, celebrate the chaos. The truth is, life at this age is unpredictable, glorious, and hilarious all at once. You have the right to reinvent yourself in ways that will surprise even you. Think of reinvention as a mindset, not just an activity. It means, I don't need to live the way society expects me to. I can live my own way. It's about letting curiosity, passion, and creativity guide your next steps. It's about trying things you never thought you could do and realizing that you can. So choose something, anything that excites you. Start small if you want. Start big if you dare. Take a class, try a new hobby, embark on an adventure, or even just rearrange your living space. Every act of reinvention is a statement. I'm still growing. I'm still alive. I'm still exciting. At the end of this chapter, I want you to feel euphoric and empowered, because middle age isn't a slow decline, it's a launching pad. You have the energy, the wisdom, and the courage to make this chapter of your life the most extraordinary yet. And the best part, no one can tell you how to live it but you. Chapter 6. Laughter as a Weapon. Humor isn't just entertainment, it's survival. You've survived heartbreak, deadlines, family chaos, health problems, and decades of ridicule. And here you are, still standing, still fabulous, and still laughing. Laughter is your secret weapon. It keeps you sane, resilient, and alive. Think back to the last time you were embarrassed. Maybe you tripped in public, said something awkward, or texted the wrong person. Did you panic, cry, or laugh? If you laughed, congratulations. You just passed another test of resilience. If not, practice it next time. Laughing at yourself is the ultimate powerhouse. Humor transforms awkward moments, failures, and chaos into stories you can later tell with pride. Imagine a friend asking how your day went, and you tell them you spilled coffee on yourself at a meeting. While it was embarrassing, it's now hilarious. That's resilience. That's perspective. That's living well. Humor also protects you. It's a shield against life's absurdities. When someone is rude, annoying, or unreasonable, a smile or a laugh in the moment can relieve tension and conserve your energy. Humor allows you to respond to life's nonsense without losing yourself. A little exercise. Start each day by looking for something ridiculous and funny. Maybe it's your cat doing something silly, your neighbor's quirky garden decorations, or your own reflection in a Zoom meeting. Notice it. Laugh. Carry that energy with you throughout the day. It makes every challenge easier, every drama smaller, and every victory sweeter. And here's the magic. Humor makes you magnetic. People are drawn to those who can laugh at themselves, who find joy amidst chaos, who don't take life too seriously. By embracing humor, you also attract positive energy and uplifting relationships. Never underestimate the power of a good laugh. It reduces stress, strengthens relationships, improves health, and reminds you that life, even in its chaos, can be joyful. Laughter is the ultimate rebellion against despair, a celebration of resilience, and a reminder that you're alive. And that's worth celebrating every day. So laugh out loud, laugh often, laugh at yourself, at life, at chaos, and at absurdity. By the end of this chapter, I want you to see that laughter isn't optional. It's essential. It's your weapon, your ally, and your secret to thriving in middle age. Chapter 7. Friendships that inspire you. Not all friendships are the same. You already know which friends energize you, which ones drain you, and which ones are just noise. The goal? To surround yourself with women who encourage you, laugh with you, tell the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. Imagine a night out with your closest friends. Wine, memes, laughter, and venting disguised as gossip. That's pure gold. Cherish it. Invite them over often. These are the people who remind you of your worth, hold you accountable, and make life more fun. And let's be honest, at this stage of life, some friends drift away. And that's okay. People change, priorities change, and that's natural. The important thing is to hold on to the friendships that matter and let go of the ones that don't. Energy is precious. Don't waste it. Friendships aren't just about fun, they're about survival. These women are your tribe, your safety net, your sounding board, and your cheerleaders. When life gets tough, and it will, these are the women who help you laugh, cry, and come out stronger. Invest in these friendships, dedicate time, show up, share stories, share meals, share laughter. These connections will sustain you, challenge you, and enrich your life in ways that no career or material possession can. And remember, humor is key. Laugh with them, laugh at yourself, laugh at the world. Humor strengthens bonds and keeps friendships alive. Life is too short for toxic relationships, fake smiles, or energy vampires. Choose wisely. Chapter 8. Love, Lust, and Late Bloomers. Dating at 50 is crazy, really? It's so much better than at 20. Why? Because now you know who you are, what you want, and above all, what you won't tolerate anymore. Boundaries aren't scary, they're liberating. You no longer let yourself be swayed by other people's opinions, charm, or the way they talk. You've been through heartbreak, awkward flings, and disappointments, and you've overcome it all. You can laugh about your past loves and exes without bitterness. Now, imagine the modern dating world. Apps, texts, direct messages, the occasional accidental ghosting. It's chaotic and sometimes hilarious. Maybe you swipe left on a profile and then laugh at the terrible lighting in the photo or the bio that says, "I love long walks to the fridge." Dating after 50 is liberating because you can approach it with humor. Every weird text, awkward date, or ridiculous moment is just another story to tell later, a badge of honor and a reminder that life is anything but boring. And let's talk about first dates. There's nothing like a first date in middle age. You don't need to pretend to be someone you're not. You know how to hold a conversation, how to read body language, and most importantly, you know when to back off. Maybe he tells an overly dramatic story, or she's on her phone the whole time. Laugh about it later, because those moments are now entertainment instead of heartbreak. You've leveled up. Now, there's a special magic to blossoming in love later in life. Perhaps you're meeting someone new after decades of being single, or maybe you're rediscovering yourself after a divorce, heartbreak, or years of focusing on family and career. This is your time. Love isn't about desperation or proving anything. It's about joy, connection, and compatibility. And lust? Ah, yes, lust is alive too. And now you appreciate it in a fun, honest, and guilt-free way. Here's the trick. Enjoy the adventure. Sometimes love appears when you least expect it. In a coffee shop, on a hike, at a friend's party, or even during a conversation that makes you blush. Be open, laugh, flirt, enjoy the ride, and if it doesn't work out, shrug, laugh, and move on. Life's too short for regrets. Dating after 50 isn't just about romantic love, it's also about self-love. It's about honoring your desires, celebrating your quirks, and recognizing that your life experience is a gift. You don't need anyone else's validation. You validate yourself every day. And let's face it, that's a pretty attractive kind of confidence that no one can teach you. Finally, remember to laugh. Laugh at awkward moments, laugh at your own mistakes, laugh at the absurdity of modern dating. Every chuckle, smile, and sneer shows that you're living, loving, and thriving. Late bloomers, we don't just survive, we thrive. And we do it with style, sass, and a touch of mischief. Chapter 9. Money, Independence, and FOMO. Money, independence, FOMO. At this point in your life, these aren't just concepts, they're superpowers. After decades of working, saving, and sacrificing, you finally have the ability to spend your money, time, and energy on what matters most to you. This is freedom, sweet, glorious freedom. Let's start with money. You've earned it. You've probably sacrificed, worked hard, and made smart choices along the way. Now what? You can spend it boldly and without guilt. Take that trip you've been dreaming of. Buy yourself the shoes that make you feel unstoppable. Invest in a hobby that excites you. Leave a job that drains you, or take a course that sparks your curiosity. Money at this stage isn't just currency. It's a tool for joy, empowerment, and growth. Now, independence. You've probably realized that being financially independent means more than just paying your bills. It means emotional freedom. It means making decisions without guilt or pressure. It means saying no when you need to, leaving behind situations that don't serve you, and choosing experiences that nourish you. Independence is about living life your way, and nothing and no one can take that away from you. FOMO, or the fear of missing out, is incredibly fun at this stage. You're no longer following trends or trying to impress anyone. FOMO is replaced by JOMO, the joy of missing out. You're no longer stressing about the latest party, the newest gadget, or what everyone else is doing on social media. You're too busy savoring your own life, your own adventures, and your own accomplishments. And that, my friend, is priceless. Let me tell you a story. A friend of mine spent her 50s obsessed with every social media trend, every new restaurant that opened, every invitation she received. Then she realized she was exhausted and missing out on her own life. Once she prioritized her energy, her finances, and her time, she felt liberated. She traveled, laughed more, invested in hobbies, and became her true self without inhibitions. That's what independence in midlife looks like. Money, independence, and the fear of missing out aren't just about surviving. They're about thriving. They're about reclaiming your power, making choices that reflect your values, and living with courage. And best of all, the more you embrace them, the more secure and happy you'll feel. So laugh at the idea of keeping up with everyone else. Smile at the power of spending money on yourself without guilt. Celebrate independence and turn the fear of missing out into a fear of not being able to enjoy it. By the end of this chapter, you'll see that you're not just surviving middle age, you're mastering it with style and freedom. Chapter 10. Health, Dynamism, and Energy of an Attractive Girl. Let's be honest. Some mornings your body sounds like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Crunch, crunch, pop. You get up a little slower. Your knees give you a hard time before you climb the stairs. Your back begs for a meeting before you attempt anything ambitious. But here's the truth that no one speaks of loudly enough. Your body may complain, but your energy, it's still dangerous. At this point, health isn't about chasing a 20-year-old's body. That's over. And honestly, thank goodness. You don't need abs that could grate cheese. You don't need perfect skin or a number on the scale that impresses strangers. You need endurance. You need strength. You need mental clarity. You need enough vitality to live the life you are building. Health is now about sustainability. It's about being able to travel without getting exhausted. It's about dancing at weddings without needing a week to recover. It's about carrying your own luggage, climbing your own stairs, and keeping up with your own ambitions. That's power. Move your body in a way that makes you feel alive, not punished. If you love walking, walk with gusto. Put on your favorite 80s or 90s playlist and turn the sidewalk into your runway. If hiking clears your mind, find the trail. If lifting weights makes you feel strong, lift something heavy and remind yourself that you still can. Strength training at this stage? Non-negotiable. Muscle is independence. Muscle is protection. Muscle is longevity. Stretch as if you plan to be here for a while. Flexibility isn't just physical, it's freedom. Yoga, Pilates, mobility exercises. They're not fads, they're strategic. And let's put this old narrative aside. Exercise isn't a punishment for what you ate. It's a celebration of what your body can do. Every step you take is proof that you're still in the game. Every drop of sweat is evidence of the effort. Every deep breath is life moving through you. That's not small, that's sacred. Now let's talk about effort. And no, I'm not talking about the culture of burnout. At this stage, striving isn't about exhausting yourself to prove your worth. You've already proven that. Now, striving is about channeling your energy into things that excite you. That side project you're still thinking about, start it. That certification, take the class. That business idea, draft the plan. You're not late, you're better equipped. At 20, you had energy, but no map. Now you have both. Experience sharpens instinct. Wisdom disproves nonsense. You spend less time thinking and more time doing. This is living at an elite level. And now, let's talk about what really changes everything. Hot girl energy. And no, this has nothing to do with age or body type. It's not about trends. It's not about crop tops or social media validation. The energy of a hot girl is presence. It's about walking into a room and not shrinking back. It's about talking, not apologizing for the tone. She laughs out loud because something is really funny. It's about making eye contact. He stands upright. It's knowing your worth without broadcasting it. It is the quiet confidence of a woman who has survived things that no one applauded. The energy of an attractive girl at this stage is lethal, in the best sense of the word. It's imbued with wisdom. It's grounded. It's self-aware. It's not desperate. It's not performative. He earns it. You no longer compete with other women. You collaborate. You rise. You observe. You move strategically. You protect your peace as if it were classified information. That energy? Magnetic. And here's the secret. Health feeds it. When you move your body, your mind becomes sharper. When you eat well, your mood stabilizes. When you sleep properly, your patience expands. When you hydrate, your concentration improves. It's not glamorous advice. It's essential. You cannot build trust in a system that is worn out. Energy is currency, and you decide where to invest it. Stop spending too much on people who drain you. Stop donating it to stress that you can eliminate. Stop lending money to the theater you already graduated from. Invest it in yourself. Invest it in growth. Invest it in joy. Invest it in rest when you need it. Rest is not weakness. Rest is strategy. Exhaustion is not powerful. Constant exhaustion is not impressive. Sustainable energy triumphs in the long run. And let's address the change in mindset that is happening here. You no longer seek validation. You cultivate alignment. You don't move because you should. You move because you choose to. That change alone, transformative. The health, dynamism, and energy of an attractive girl are not separate things. They overlap and reinforce each other. You move your body, you feel strong, you pursue your passions, you feel purposeful, you protect your peace, you feel powerful, strong, useful, powerful. That's the trifecta. And this is what I want you to remember. You're not trying to turn back time. You're optimizing it. You're not trying to compete with youth. You're redefining power. You're not slowing down. You're refining the momentum. This is the energy of a grown woman, intentional, disciplined, vibrant. So take care of yourself, not because society says you should age gracefully. Take care of yourself because you plan to live bravely. Mover, raise, stretch, laugh, feed your body, take care of your mind, protect your agenda, prioritize your peace. And when you enter a room, whether it's a boardroom, a gym, a date, or your own living room, walk in like you belong there. Because you do it. Your body may creak, your schedule may be full, your responsibilities may still exist, but your fire still lit, her health keeps her going. The hustle and bustle keeps him moving. The energy of a hot girl makes it undeniable. And that combination, unstoppable. Chapter 11, Wisdom, Legacy, and No Regrets. By now you've lived, loved, lost, laughed, and survived. You've made mistakes, taken risks, celebrated victories, and accumulated scars that tell your story. And the best part, you're still here. You've gained wisdom, perspective, and clarity. Middle age is about embracing that wisdom and using it to create a legacy and impact. Share your lessons with younger women, mentor them, or simply demonstrate by example that life can be messy, glorious, and joyful all at once. Your story matters. Your voice matters. Your lessons matter. Regret is optional. You can dwell on past mistakes and feel ashamed, or you can laugh, learn, and move on gracefully. Life at this stage is about accepting each chapter, each scar, each triumph, and knowing that it has made you stronger. Legacy isn't about greatness, it's about influence. How you treat others, the stories you tell, the courage you show, the love and joy you share. By living boldly and without inhibition, you inspire others to do the same. This chapter is a reminder that you are always enough. Your life is a testament to resilience, humor, courage, and heart. Embrace it, celebrate it, and never underestimate the power of your lived experience. Chapter 12, Closing, All of You Always. Okay, come a little closer. This is where we look each other in the eye and tell the truth. Life's too short for drama. You're out of energy. You're impatient. And frankly, you're not interested. Petty arguments, emotional ups and downs, people who thrive on chaos, that's youthful energy. We've graduated from that school. We've done the group projects. We've led the team. We're not enlisting again. And life is too long to just sit quietly pretending you don't want any more. You still want more. More laughter, more connection, more experiences, more peace, more adventure, more depth, more joy. That desire isn't selfish. It's proof that you're alive. This is your reminder. You are allowed to shine, not in a loud, attention-seeking way, not in a look-at-me way, in a realistic, confident, and deeply grounded way. The kind of radiance that comes from knowing exactly who you are and no longer compromising it. You're too old for drama, too experienced for stupidity, too wise to argue with people determined to misunderstand you, and you're too young to have a rocking chair mentality. Let's be clear. Slowing down is not the same as shrinking back. Resting is not the same as giving up. Choosing peace is not the same as disappearing. Middle age is not a decline. It is a refinement. This is your best moment, not the ideal society they promoted to you in your 20s, not the time when you were tired of proving yourself. This is the time when you know yourself. There is a difference. And now you move intentionally. Now you speak deliberately. Now choose carefully. Now you love consciously. That's power. I want you to think about how far you've come, the hardships you survived, the risks you took, the nights you cried, the mornings you got up anyway, the jobs you managed, the people you carried, the mistakes you learned from. You didn't break, you built it, and that deserves recognition. So here's the call to action, and I mean it. Introduce yourself fully. Stop suppressing your personality because someone else feels uncomfortable. Stop over-explaining your boundaries. Stop apologizing for evolving. Stop asking permission to change your mind. If you want to travel, plan it. If you want to change careers, explore it. If you want to fall in love again, allow yourself to. If you want to remain single and at peace, honor it. If you want to start something new at 55, 60, 65, do it. There is no expiration date for growth. Protect your energy as if it were currency, because it is. Pay attention to who drains you. Observe what drains you. Observe what uplifts you. Then adjust accordingly. You don't have the right to access everyone. You don't have the right to give explanations to protect your peace. And laugh, please laugh. Laugh at awkward moments. Laugh at the surprises of aging. Laugh at the technological updates you didn't ask for. Laugh at yourself when you forget why you entered a room. Humor keeps you young in a way that nothing else will. Pursue adventures, but define adventure your way. Adventure doesn't have to mean skydiving. It can mean going out to dinner alone. It can mean trying a dance class. It can mean saying no to something that used to intimidate you. It can mean finally saying yes to something that excites you. Every bold move, no matter how small, reinforces a powerful truth. You continue to expand. And let's talk about self-love, true self-love. It's not just bubble baths and affirmations. I'm talking about disciplined self-respect, the kind that says, I will not tolerate what belittles me, the kind that says, I deserve peace, the kind that says, I'm not late, I'm right on time. You're exactly the right age to have it all. Your voice, here's the story, your body, your experience, your wishes, your standards, your joy. There's something magnetic about a woman who knows herself. She doesn't say it out loud. She doesn't need to. She radiates it. That's you now. Middle age is not a waiting room. It's not an in-between. It's not a slow fading away. It is the main act. And the best part is that now you're running it. No more living on autopilot, no more default settings. There's no longer a need to shrink to fit outdated expectations. You can design this chapter with intention. So let's raise our glass. Wine, tea, sparkling water, whatever we have in our hand. Elevate your resilience. Take it to the next level. Lift it up to the version of you that moved on. Ask the woman you are still becoming about it. You're not finished. You're not fading away. You are not irrelevant. It's not too late. You are experienced. You are powerful. You are perceptive. You are awake. And you're just getting started. Middle age is your time. Not to survive, but to thrive. Not to stand still, but to move with purpose. Not to settle, but to rise. So shine brightly, courageously, unapologetically. Because you're too old for drama, too young for a rocking chair, and exactly the right age to live your life. All of you, always.